Hi everyone, I hope all is well. This week's Parshat is Parshat Metzora. Now, not many times in my life have I ever really pondered the question, what do words and seminal missions have in common, right? There's two things that seemingly are like, why even put them in the same sentence? It makes no sense. Yet we have last week's Parshat and this week's Parshat, Tazria, Metzora, this week's Parshat, both things come up here. What is going on these past 2 weeks? What are we talking about here? Why are these topics even coming up in the Torah? So everyone knows very famously that there's this leprosy in the Torah, tzara'at. And it comes as a result of the Chazal, the rabbis say, it comes as a result of speaking Lashon Hara, negative speech, right? And immediately preceding the episode talking about tzara'at, leprosy that comes from negative speech, it goes into this next portion that finishes off Parshat Metzora, talking about seminal emissions and different kinds of tumah, of impurity. So, right, begs the obvious question, what do the two have in common? And why are we talking about this at all, right? Shouldn't we be elaborating more on like hot topic issues that we always have questions about, like Shabbos or some kind of holiday, tefillin or davening, right? Why is the Torah even talking about these topics? So I was thinking about it, and every morning, actually, Zusha has a very famous song called the Olam, and it's been around for a few years. And every morning we say this midrash from Tana Devel. Yahu, right, it's a 20th century midrash that says a person should always think about what he does in public and in private, right? Always. So already it's like kind of sparking a connection in my head between these two seemingly unrelated random topics. And we say this midrash, we say this piece as well, la'olam, during Yom Kippur, right? Why do we say this during Yom Kippur? Because the piece goes on further, right? A person should always think about what he's doing in public and in private, and he should always say in his heart, right, these things. And it really goes into saying, like, as a person, what am I? What's my being on this earth? Right? What am I doing here? And it really goes into, it builds this dynamic between God and us, saying, look, our lives, we're just like a fleeting breath for God, right? We're here, we're gone, right? God, there's so much more to the world than just us. So that's where I really drew a connection between these two unrelated topics, seemingly, and our Parsha this week, right? Really, every single aspect of our lives play into this dynamic that we should always be thinking about, right? We're just like a snap of fingers in terms of the spectrum of the world, and we really have to realize that we were put here for a specific reason, for a purpose that Hashem gave to us. And if we're not thinking about that during all times in our life, what are we doing? Manu, right? Who are we? What are we? We're going off the derech. What are we doing? Right? We should really be thinking about why we're here. And for me, that was so powerful between the two random topics, right? Because these are two things, right? Besetir v'galui, things that we, like words that we say, we're saying out loud. And obviously the missions part is a more private thing. And through both, we should both be thinking about this constant topic. What are we doing here on earth? So I give everyone a bracha that we're able to really internalize this concept throughout everything we do, thinking about, what are we? What are we as people? What are we doing here? And it's especially appropriate going into Pesach, which on many levels is compared to Yom Kippur, a great time for self-reflection. And with that, I wish you all a Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom.